of Naga national political groups claims a framework agreement between Government of India and NSA-IM signed without the knowledge of state government, Naga tribes or the Apex Civil Working Committee also says a framework agreement does not have any mention on sovereignty flag and a separate constitution. To blaze demand for review of the cabinet decision on the superannuation age issue, Nagaland In-Service Doctors Association set to resume its agitation with effect from July 18. In case of no positive response, NIDA vows to call total shutdown of all health units from July 21 indefinitely. In view of total ban on single-use plastic, Kohima District Task Force set to impose penalties for defaulters not complying with the government's order. Defaulters found selling or using banned plastic items will be penalized with 1,000 for the first offense, 5,000 for second offense, and rupees 10,000 with cancellation of license for third offense. As two more bodies recovered on the 11th day of search following landslide in Nona district of Manipur on June 29, death toll of the landslide rise to 52. Meanwhile, Manipur government informs to carry out operations for 3 more days in search of missing persons. United Kingdom said to get its new Prime Minister replacing the Conservative leader Boris Johnson on September 5. This comes after the Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson, resigned on Thursday following a dramatic cabinet revolt over his scandal-hit leadership. Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV English Primetime. This is Chipen Kfung. Let's look at the stories in detail. The Working Committee in Naga national political groups has claimed that the framework agreement between Union government and the NSA-IM was signed without the knowledge of Nagaland state government, Naga tribes, the Apex civil societies or the church. The Working Committee stated that as a result, circumstances forced the Indian government to sign the agreed position on 17 November 2017. In a statement released on Monday, the Working Committee went on to say that the signed framework agreement dating back to 2015 does not have any mention on sovereignty, Greater Nagalim, out-of-the-box solution, suprastate integration, pan-Nagahoho flag and a separate constitution. Tirab Changlang Longting People's Forum, Tirab Changlang Longting Students Federation and TCL Women Association met. Working Committee and NPGs at Oting on June 4 coming to terms for an agreed position. According to the press release, Working Committee and NPG has the full support of the Naga tribes and other civil societies. The Nagaland Olympic Association breaks its silence on the allegations made by the association's Vice President K. Kiri. The Vice President K. Kiri had earlier called out the association for its lack of transparency, following which the association has expressed its displeasure over his statement and has come forward with its side of the story through a press release. While terming the allegations of Vice President K. Kiri as false and full of misinformation, the association has stated that the association had submitted all the past accounts related to the Nagaland Olympics of 2017 to the department in the form of utilization certificates, and these certificates have been audited by the appropriate agencies. Furthermore, the association has stated that it functions as an open book and welcomes the authorized agencies to audit and check. The Nagaland In-Service Doctors Association is set to resume its agitation with effect from July 18 as a means to demand a review of the cabinet decision on the superannuation issue. Notably, all the doctors will only attend emergency calls for 3 days from July 18 to 20. Data stated that if there is no positive response, then total shutdown of all health units in the state will take place from July 21 for an indefinite period of time. Notably, all central state government schemes will also be stopped during cease work period. In addition, all doctors have been directed not to attend any very important person or very important person's call either from the central or the state. Furthermore, NIDA reaffirmed their stand and stated that they will stick to their demand of 62 years of superannuation without any other criterion for all doctors. Based on a recent order implemented by the government of Nagaland on removal of various check gates with an aim to curb down the illegal taxation and minimizing the number to 13 with only interstate check gates remaining functional, Nltv went for a report on Tuesday at Nagaland Gate situated between Dimapur and Lahore region, as well as in Delhi Gate, to check the current situation prevailing in the interstate check gates. In our report, it was found that a systematic order is prevailing in the interstate border check gates. Digging more information on the same, it came to notice that the entry timing for heavy vehicles starts from 6 p.m. till 9 a.m., while the check gate is open for light vehicles for 24 hours. It is also to be mentioned that the entry in Delhi Gate is from 7 p.m. to either 5 or 6 a.m. We also got to know that a check gate has been operating in Old Katkari Road. Reportedly, after the order was implemented, the DMC, Mining and Excise Department were removed from the site and only Nagaland Police have been posted. However, the irony is that the Nagaland Police do not withhold every power, hence most of the vehicles escape checking. Moreover, the police take note of all the vehicles coming in and out of Nagaland.
Aji Mohan Nagaland Gate la ifala ina se ari tu Nagaland Gate tugule Dimapur aro Assam laga Laurijan Carbon Long District laga ide thakaola de Mohan kharase Mohan kunman huan lo de police NP han lo debi kunman lo de kotha kuri ine alag alag lo debi kotha kurishe ari tu Mohan janibu parishe after the order was released idu release hua bishide enga hoise takhan idu gari khan apni kan sabu para nisna bi kunba gari khan ki rukai ina se morning 4 baji bra logine 5 baji bra logine sam laga 7 baji tak takhan itu khan ki rukai aro jabona de ar itu bitun Mohan la manu khan la bitun tibi idu question bishi उठिना से और भावना थी भी विषय से इनका किले कोई ने और किनका कुरने साया से तो महान इतु भी जानू बारिशे इतु ऑर्डर रिलीज हुआ विषय दे इनका भी सिचुएशन हो जैसे एनपी खानप्रा इते इंटरस्टेट बॉर्डर लगा चेक गेट लगा इतला कुन इंस्पेक्शन करने बुहे तहन विदाउट प्रायर ऑर्डर तहन कुन भी गाड़ी की भी आइशे गोले महान Nagaland गाड़ी भी बाहर जाएगी ना आइशे गोले और कुन बा असम ला गाड़ी भी बितोर आइशे गोले अलग अलग स्टेट ला गाड़ी खान भी आइशे गोले तो विदाउट परमिशन ताहन भी चेकिंग करबो ना पारे कोई ने इनका सिचुएशन दे आसे और इतु माजुदे महान जानू बारे इनका चेकिंग ना था किशो गोले तो इतु इनका करबो ना पारे वो गोले तो इतु माजुदे मानुहान किनका गोरने स्मगलिंग भी होबी अल्कोहल लगा इतु खान होबी ड्रग्स खान ला होबी इतु खान लगा केसेस खान तो इंक्रीज होई थाकबो गोनी भी महान इतु भावना दे आसे और होई थाकिबो न भावना न होइगिने होई आसे गोनी भी इतु महान जनवरी ने बेसी खबर भी तो इनका ऑर्डर था दो हिली किनका करने महान इम्पैक्ट हुआ से इफेक्ट हुआ से आमी खान लगा स्टेट ला भीतर दे इदो महान सब जानिए से बुझे से अरे तो गवर्नर ला मेन ऑर्डर लगा मोटिव तो इनका था कि इंटरस्टेट बॉर्डर चेकिंग था कि गोले इलीगल टैक्सेशन आमी खान ला नागालैंड स्टेट खान इतु खान भी ना पारबो कोइने अलग अलग टैक्स खान था ला इतु खान लोबो ना पारबो कोइने था ला बोर्डे से खाली गवर्नमेंट अथराइज गवर्नमेंट खान लगा लीगल प्रोसीजर ते किंगा कुनबा गाड़ी खान प्रॉपर डॉक्यूमेंट्स नाय और तहन गुसोले नाय बोले तो तहन इतुला ओबोडे तहन चार्ज करू पारे लीगली तहन इतुला ओबोडे गवर्नमेंट टैक्स खान तो एम्प्लॉय करू पारे तहन इतुंका करिने जाओ पारे कोने मानि तो जाना से इतियाला आहाला जगह दोले जिला गेट फाले आसो कोने मानि तो आपने इनके जाना से মই आगे दे कोई थाका निसना नागालैंड गेट फाले इते भी सेम इतेला सिचुएशन भी आपने इनके जाना दिबो करने মই इते आइना से गाड़ी खान मॉर्निंग अला 9 बजे बरा लगिने शाम तक 6 लगा इमान बजे दे रुकाई दियाला गाड़ी खान ना जाबो nahibo state la bitor na gusubo dibo guine itu lo order thakala takan follow guri ase aro itu bichide 6 baji piche to gari khan do 7 baji piche de takan do aibo pare guine state la bitor gusu pare holibi gari khan ai thakabi takan labi checking khan chule takan register de takan file de mention guri ne takan maintain guri ni bi takan rakhe kun la gari ase kun chola ase aro kinga kote jabule ase aro ki lui hina ase takan itu Nagaland police khan la department khan takan pra check guri ne jai gune itu bi mohan.
State capital of Nagaland, Kohima, witnesses its nerve-wracking traffic jams, which sometimes last for hours without drivers even flinching their feet on the accelerators. These jams are usually caused due to lack of basic common sense and over-excess of pride in most drivers. Here the question arises, what could be the major reason for all these jams in the state capital? Is it that driving licenses are issued without any proper driving test, or the RTO to be blamed? For an instance of triple parking in a small turning area which caused a jam that lasted for almost an hour and wasted time of many drivers in general, in order to make room for heavy-duty vehicle to pass strength of a few youth and some elderly people who had to move the vehicle to clear some space. Nagaland State Transport Department has issued a notice prohibiting movement of transport vehicles beyond 3 axle on the national highway route of Dimapur to Kohima to Mau gate from July 18 to August 11. The notice will be put to effect from July 15 midnight in Dimapur. The implementation will be strictly implemented by the police department in coordination with district administration. All vehicles with carriage capacity of 30.5 tons or more are hereby restricted from plying through the highways. As per Section 116 of Motor Vehicle Act, traffic signboards will be put up in specific places. Nagaland State BJP held a consultative meeting on Tuesday at its state office headquarters in Kohima. At the meeting, the leaders discussed on various upcoming initiatives to be undertaken by the party across the state and also reviewed the progress of party activities and work done so far. The consultative meeting was organized in the presence of Organizational General Secretary and in charge of BJP, Manipur and Nagaland, Abhay Giri. Meanwhile, the meeting was attended by BJP state office bearers, morchas, district presidents and mandals. State BJP President Imna Along thanked the party career-cadres for their exceptional contributions to the growth and development of the party. Kohima District Task Force for implementation of a total ban on all single-use plastic is set to impose penalties for defaulters not complying with the government's order. Notably, defaulters found selling or using banned plastic items will be penalized with Rs 1,000 for the first offence, 5,000 for the second offence, and 10,000 with cancellation of license for the third offence. It may be mentioned here that the decision was taken during its meeting held under the chairmanship of Kohima Deputy Commissioner Shanavas Say. While noting the views and opinions shared by the members, Shanavas stated that the collective efforts and assistance from all concerned NGOs, churches and other stakeholders will be required for the successful implementation of the exercise. Deoghar district celebrated World Population Day on Monday. The event was attended by officials of medical department, administrative establishments, civil society leaders and medical staff at Chief Medical Officer Conference Hall. While delivering the keynote address, Deputy Chief Medical Officer of Deoghar, Dr. Zben Kikon, stated the purpose of observing the event as a depletion of resources and the need to control our population. Furthermore, he highlighted on family planning as a human right and also urged the health workers to give utmost importance to gender equality during health talks. While on its routine taking, the Railway Protection Force of North-East Frontier Railway rescued 4 human trafficking victims, which included 2 women and 2 minor girls from different railway stations of Nagaland on July 8. While the minor girls were rescued from the Rongya-Dibrugarh Railway Express and Rajdhani Express, the 2 women were rescued from Dimapur. Furthermore, the rescued women were handed over to women police of Dimapur under the government of Nagaland. In addition, the suspect has been apprehended by anti-human trafficking unit of Dimapur. Meanwhile, the girl rescued from Rongya-Dibrugarh Express has been handed over to Childline of Deoghar, and the other girl who was rescued from Rajdhani Express has been safely handed over to her mother. Assam Rifles of Shamatra Battalion on Tuesday conducted motivational outreach program in Shamatra town at St. Xavier School. Colonel B.V. Anand Reddy, Commandant 14 Assam Rifles, graced the program as the guest speaker. Reddy exhorted the children to explore different forms of creativity to develop and nourish their talents, which will create opportunities and impact willpower to bring positive changes in the society.
Firstly, good morning to all of you. Good morning, sir. Yeah, thank you very much to all the staff members, the father, and all you young potential citizens of this country for giving me an opportunity to be here. And more than you, I take the pride to be here because I think this is one of the largest school with so many students here. As father has given an elaborate brief about self, but I thought I would again introduce myself. I am Colonel Anand Reddy. I belong to Hyderabad and I've been in Indian Army since 18.5 years now. And presently I am here on a job with Assam Rifles, really trying to serve the Nagaland. As you all know, I am sure your teachers may be telling that time and again that learning never stops. It's a continuous process. Firstly, the present age in which you are, this is the golden age. This is the golden time in your life. This will never come back. So this is the time where you are not.
Under the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act 2003, 5 persons have been penalized by officer in charge of Wokha Police Station after teams of Kotwa Flying Squad representatives from National Tobacco Control Program, DBS personnel from Wokha Police Station and Women Police Station conducted a raid in and around schools' premises to check sale of tobacco products on July 8. The defaulters have been penalized for failing to adhere to the guidelines under Kotwa Act 2003. Any form of sale related to tobacco is strictly prohibited, and selling of tobacco products within 100-meter radius as per the Act of Kotwa is a punishable offence. Tunsang Battalion Assam Rifles on Tuesday organized an awareness lecture on Agnipath scheme at CKS Hall, Tunsang. The awareness lecture was organized under the aegis of Headquarter Inspector General Assam Rifles North, and altogether 248 youth participated in the lecture campaign. Participants displayed enthusiasm and interest in becoming Agniveers and posed several questions to the officers. CKS President and civil society organizations expressed gratitude to the Assam Rifles for reaching out to the masses and enhancing their knowledge on the scheme.
There is an option that you can offer 4 years.
The Lamb Grace Dance Studio opened its Kohima branch in partnership with Musgan Center under Family Planning Association of India at State Capitol on Monday evening. The motive behind inauguration is to provide a safe and friendly environment for youngsters where they can learn and build themselves as a responsible citizen. Meanwhile, Kohima Branch General Manager FPAI Vincent Bello stressed that besides all activities of planning, he added Muskan Center is a space where youngsters can come and avail counseling. In order to encourage one another, various programs and artists perform at the event. Bello also stated that the FPAI has been organizing various programs in schools to be responsible citizens and a parent in future as well. He mentioned that Muskan Center has been opened as a safe and friendly environment for youngsters where counseling and various activities are being organized and they can benefit from the experts. Meanwhile, different proprietor, dance instructor and choreographer had a vision to train youngsters professionally in dancing. Lam Grace and Muskan Center collaborated and opened the dance studio. Lam Grace mentioned that the studio will be a space for younger generation who love to dance and learn a lot from one another at the same time. She even said that it will provide a space where they can come and become a professional dancer for their livelihood.
Studio. Not only a dance studio, but also a place where young people can come and jam and create music, create dance moves, and bring new ideas. So that was how it started.
This is a space, safe space, friendly space for young people, and I hope young people will come and avail and learn from her expertise, her experience, and also be able to benefit from this space. This is also the place where we organize top acts, a program where all performing.
A workshop for handicraft artisans was organized at Town Hall, Wokha Town, for 2 days from July 7 to 8. Notably, the workshop was organized under Ambedkar Hatshilp Vikas Yojana scheme and was sponsored by the Office of the Development Commissioner, Ministry of Textile, Government of India, and implemented by Nagaland Environment Protection and Economic Development Project. The Deputy Commissioner of Wokha, Ajit Kumar Ranjan, was invited as the special guest for the workshop. In his speech, the Deputy Commissioner, while addressing the crowd gathered for workshop, the Deputy Commissioner Ajit Kumar Ranjan emphasized on indigenous ways of crafting items and also urged the people to have a wider display of a variety of items in the market. In addition, he sought people to not lose their traditional identity while trying to accumulate ideas and designs from different existing aspects of handicrafts. Nagaland on Monday recorded 4 new COVID-19 cases, which took the tally to 35,550. Notably, 2 persons each were infected with the disease in Dimapur and Kohima. Nagaland's active case load has increased to 33, while 5 patients, 3 in Dimapur and 2 in Paren, recuperated. Taking the recoveries to 33,260, it may be mentioned that the death toll remains at 762, as there are no deaths reported in the last 24 hours. Furthermore, around 18.4 lakh doses of COVID vaccines have been administered in the state till Sunday. On the 11th day of search on Monday following landslide in None district of Manipur, 2 more bodies have been recovered. With the discovery of 2 more dead bodies, the death toll of the landslide rose to 52, while one of the deceased has been identified as an official of the Vengarasai construction. The identity of the other is still unknown. Meanwhile, the Minister of Water Resource and Relief and Disaster Management, Awangbo Nyumai, who is personally monitoring the search and rescue operations, said that the operation will continue for 3 more days. Furthermore, Awangbo has also stated that a review meeting will soon be held to discuss on the inclusion of additional forces for the search and rescue operations. This decision was taken on account of the difficulty faced by the volunteers and officials currently engaged in the search and rescue operations. Furthermore, Liang Mai Naga Council of Manipur has donated a sum of Rs 50,000 as assistance for the relief work in landslide affected area of None. Even as the flood situation in Assam continued to improve on Monday, as many as 3,79,238 people across the 10 districts remained affected. The total number of persons losing lives stood at 192 as no more fresh death was reported in the last 24 hours. Notably, Kachar remained the worst hit district with 2.08 lakh people reeling under floods. The authorities are running 95 relief camps in various districts. Meanwhile, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma visited flood and erosion-hit areas of Hojai district on Monday. Sharma interacted with the locals and assured them of all necessary steps to check erosion and construction of an embankment. CM also visited a flood relief camp in the district and inspected facilities provided to the inmates. A huge controversy has been stirred up over the look and feel of national emblem at Parliament, which was recently unveiled by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Opposition parties have questioned PM Modi by pointing out how an executive head can unveil the emblem. Opposition also termed the emblem as an insult. Lalu's Rashtriya Janta Dal also took to Twitter and contended that the lions on the national emblem have ferocious appearances contrary to the old ones that have mild faces. The party commented that the new figures look so ferocious that they have tendency to eat a human. Many people have condemned the new national emblem. Trinamool Congress's Rajya Sabha spokesperson Jawahar Sirkar also commented that the new emblem is an insult to the nation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated Deoghar Airport on Monday. The Deoghar International Airport was inaugurated during PM Modi's visit to Jharkhand, the second international airport project, which started with foundational stones laid on 25th May 2018, will be functional from 25th July 2022 onwards. The first flight from Deoghar was flagged off by PM Modi, operated by Indigo 6E under Udan scheme. Deoghar Airport will have daily to and fro flights connecting it with the rest of India. Modi, during his trip, inaugurated developmental projects worth rupees 16,800 crores to improve connectivity, tourism and trade prospects of the state and dedicated it to the people. Ahead of the ensuing presidential elections, Shiv Sena camp led by Uddhav Thackeray has decided to extend their support to the presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu, seated by National Democratic Alliance coalition. It is to be noted that the presidential election is going to be held on July 18. Furthermore, the former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray, has also stated that this decision has been made on his free will and there was no external pressure from anyone. The Goa Pradesh Congress Committee failed to arrive at a decision regarding choosing a legislative party chief to replace rebel legislator Michael Lobo in the House. Although GPCC President Amit Patkar announced on Sunday that a new Congress legislature party leader will be appointed by July 11 and it will be submitted to the Assembly Speaker, GPCC has still not appointed any member in the post of CLP. Patkar further stated that the party could take as long as 2 days to finalize the name of the new opposition leader. He said that few names have been put forward and within a couple of days the new CLP will be nominated. Delhi High Court on Tuesday listed Congress MP Karti P. Chidambaram's anticipatory bail plea hearing on August 18. The Congress AMB has been accused in an alleged Chinese visa scam case by Enforcement Directorate. The investigating agency on Tuesday assured that they would not initiate any coercive action against Chidambaram till the next date. It is worth mentioning here that the ED has registered a money laundering case on Karti Chidambaram and others for allegedly issuing visas to 263 Chinese nationals in 2011 when his father, P. Chidambaram, was the Home Minister. The ED further stated that the actual amount of laundered money is yet to be established in the investigation, and a bribe amount of Rs 50 lakh in the CBI case cannot be considered as a basis of the present case. Karti Chidambaram approached the High Court as the trial court had rejected his anticipatory bail plea and others on June 3. The Punjab government, led by Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, appointed Rajya Sabha member Raghav Chadha as chairman of the advisory committee of the state government. Notably, Chadha, in the new role, is set to shoulder the responsibility of overseeing the conception and implementation of pro-people initiatives of the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab. Chadha will also advise the government on matters of finance accordingly. The Congress party received a big blow after 3 senior Uttarakhand leaders joined the Aam Aadmi Party on Monday. Uttarakhand Pradesh Congress spokesman Rajendra Prasad Raduri, Mahila Congress Vice President Kamlesh Raman and social media advisor Kuldeep Chaudhary joined the Aam Aadmi Party in the presence of Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, upon which Sisodia remarked that their entry will strengthen Aam Aadmi Party in Uttarakhand. Meanwhile, the leaders joined AAB, citing infighting in the party as their reason. Gajrawal government on Monday announced a new pilot project, Career Awareness Sessions, with UNICEF to enable access to employment opportunity for students of Delhi Skill and Entrepreneurship University. The project is piloted to enable access to employment opportunities, assist students in becoming job ready, as well as to listen and amplify the voices of young people. The project is scheduled to take place on July 20 at Ambedkar DSEU, Shakarpur campus. Nagaland on Monday recorded 4 new COVID-19 cases, which took the tally to 35,550. Notably, 2 persons each were infected with the disease in Dimapur and Kohima. Nagaland's active case load increased to 33, while 5 patients, 3 in Dimapur and 2 in Paren, recuperated, taking the number of recoveries to 33,260. It may be mentioned here that the death toll remained at 762, as there were no deaths reported in the last 24 hours. The Delhi BJP unit filed a case against a group of people for allegedly harassing their spokesperson and defaming through a video posted in social media. The party also stated that the video insulted the spokesperson's modesty electronically. Furthermore, it can be mentioned that a group of people have been harassing its female spokesperson for the past 2 to 3 months. Anti-terrorist squad of Gujarat with the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence during a joint operation seized more than 70 kilograms of heroin on Tuesday in Kutch district of Gujarat near the Mandra port. Worth of seized heroin is estimated to be more than Rs 350 crore. A couple from Chennai confirmed to have imported the cargo have been nabbed with others before the investigation was handed over to national investigating agencies. ATS and DRI speculate the containers labeled as textile packaging on physical verification were found with heroin inside it. Possibilities runs high that seized amount could be higher than actual figure. Investigations are on to determine the source from which the shipment came. In a new development in Sri Lankan crisis, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Tuesday called for dialogue to ensure a smooth transition of government in Sri Lanka. He also sought for sustainable solutions to the economic crisis. This comes after Sri Lanka's Speaker of Parliament on Monday said that political party leaders have decided to elect a new president on July 20 through a vote in Parliament. Notably, the Prime Minister's office had earlier confirmed the decision of Sri Lankan president to resign amidst the ongoing economic crisis in the country. Meanwhile, a motion has been filed in the Sri Lankan Supreme Court seeking an interim order restraining the country's former Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, former Minister Basil Rajapaksa and 2 others from leaving the country without the prior approval of the Supreme Court. The United Kingdom is set to get its new Prime Minister replacing the Conservative leader Boris Johnson on September 5. This comes after the Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson, had resigned on Thursday following a dramatic cabinet revolt over his scandal-hit leadership. Notably, Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been accused of being too close to party donors and also protecting supporters from bullying and corruption allegations. Furthermore, he also has been accused of misleading the parliament. It is to be noted that the 1922 committee, currently headed by Graham Brady, which runs the Tory leadership contest, has decided that the candidates will have to get the backing of 20 members of the parliament when nominations open and close on Tuesday. Moreover, candidates failing to get support of at least 30 members of parliament in the first ballot will be eliminated. And that brings us to the end of Naga Nltv English Primetime. Thank you for tuning in. This is Chipen Kung signing off.
अरे तूने अभी तक कुछ किया ही नहीं।
अरे ये तो लो क्वालिटी टंकी है।
होशियारी मत दिखाओ।